building.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Jersey in the building.
Drop it out.
How y'all doing? It's Coach D. It's Code 31 Media TV podcast. You know, every Wednesday night, 7 to 8 p.m. only on S.STREET Media on YouTube. First, I want to say thank you, Lord, for another day. You know, I never take that for granted. I want to dedicate this show to the memory of my brother, Mark Ellison. Without him, there's no me. And you already know I'm repping for Southside Jamaica, Queens. So, without further ado, I want to say to my clothing sponsor, shout out to Let's Climb Together mental health show for the clothing. I appreciate y'all over there. Shout out to Stephanie. Shout out to Hot Granny, who's the official sponsor of the magazine and the podcast. Agape Love is a thing, so let's get it. Today's guest hails all the way from Jersey, and I'm going to let him introduce himself. Introduce yourself, young man.
What's up? It's Osochopp. You can follow me on IG at OSOCHOPP. Yeah, like Jersey here, Jersey in the building. What's up, NYC? How y'all feeling tonight?
How y'all feeling?
Yeah.
And then my next, next to him, we got who?
Miyagi. Well, you can call me Mr. Miyagi, man.
Mr. Miyagi, like
Karate
Chop. AKA Barry White Jr. And then next to him, we have
Janelle Glenn, CEO of the Glenn Report.
all right. She's very modest. She's been doing her thing, you know what I'm saying, writing for some major magazines out here, you know.
She's definitely been doing her thing.
You want to see their faces? Here you go.
Osochopp. What's up?
Hi, everybody. How y'all doing?
That's Chop Boy.
Mr. Miyagi.
The Glenn Report, I'm so universal.
Okay, so I'm going to leave it where they can see
Miyagi.
y'all. I'm going to leave it on them,
Chop
okay,
Boy.
since y'all don't want to see Code, all right, since y'all see me all the time. But let's start with you, young man.
What's up?
What made you decide to be a rapper?
So, like, when I was a child, I would always be running around with a microphone and a vacuum cleaner. Like, I just wanted to clean and always, like, rap. Well, not rap. I'm lying. I would like to sing and dance. So my mom, like, she always tell people all the time, like, it's crazy how he doing music videos and music now, because when he was 2 years old, he was running around asking everybody, you want to be in my video? Like, I would really, like, so as I got older, like, you know, growing up, I just, like, lost, like, contact of, like, exactly what I really had interest in. And you know, when I got older and I found what I really liked and something that was like in that genre of music, because you know, I mean, dancing, because music go with dancing, it all goes, you know,
All coincides.
right. So you know, as I got older and I started like doing the rap stuff, I realized, like, dang, like, one, I sound good, like
At what age did you say, like, this is it for me? Like when you like really knew?
19.
19? And you're how old now?
25.
Okay. Okay.
So I started like at 19, 6 years ago.
Okay.
And like when I found my niche or whatever in it, I just was like, you know what, like I know like later on down the road I could do dancing and stuff, like, you know, choreography, all that stuff. So like right now I'm just riding out till I could show everybody else all my other talent.
I mean, you could do like Dougie Fresh. He be out there doing all that stuff.
I'm trying to be like Chris Brown. Like,
Okay.
I'm like the real steppers. Like, no,
So you think you could rock on the same level as the Chris Brown with the dancing and everything?
if it came down to it, yeah, because I know I got rhythm and like
Okay.
I don't really need a choreographer, but like that would probably be what's best if I had a music
So if
video.
you had a song, if
You got a choreographer.
Oh well, my cousin, but like we ain't work yet. I'm sorry, we didn't
Okay.
work yet. Like so.
So if you have do you have a mixtape or anything out right now?
No, I got singles out.
got
I have
singles.
a mixtape that came out 2 years ago, Lethal Start. But other than that, I've been just.
So is there any singles on that tape that you could, like Chris Brown, one of those? You know what I'm saying? That this is the time. Like if you want to be a Chris Brown, if you have a single.
No, like, well, like me and Chris Brown not the same genre. He's more like R&B and hip hop, but like
More like club style.
Yeah, like club style.
No, but
yeah.
I'm saying there are rappers that dance and
dance,
stuff
yeah.
too. So like, you
Yeah,
can
like
do
I
it.
just feel like I got my own rhythm.
Yes.
Like, when I'm in front of the camera, like it just comes out when I'm in
Natural.
front of the camera. Yeah. So like
So any of like your new songs, would you like Chris Brown one of those songs?
yeah, for sure.
Like which
If
one
I-
would you do? Which one would you do?
That's already out. Definitely probably Welcome to the Party.
Okay.
Welcome to the Party probably.
That sounds
'Cause
like
that's
a
a
Pop
real-
Smoke
or
type
s-
thing.
Yeah.
I think welcome
'Cause
to
it's
the
more
party
like-
most definitely.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party. So
They
have
got
you
a lot
done
of
any
bass.
performances at any events?
Yeah, I'll be honestly like since last year,
Mm-hmm.
I've been going up. So like I've just been having performances every weekend. Like
Okay.
it was sometimes even Saturday and Sunday, and then I was working overnights during the week. So
Okay.
like I was just grinding
Okay.
until I had my daughter or whatever last year.
Okay.
And then I slowed down a little bit, but I still just kept going, like on social media, like just making sure I had content, pushing my face in front of everybody, even when I'm not doing the show.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna
it still
ask you
looked
that
like I am.
As an upcoming artist, like what would be the best advice you could give somebody?
Yeah, just it constantly put yourself in front of your audience. If you have a following, even if it's a small following, you know, you could still continue to grow it. So even if you can't, like for me, like it took a little minute to get like, you know, really put music out on all social media, to really like figure out the music from the artwork to the recording to the beat, making sure it's mine, like all that stuff. So as time grow and like you learn the business, just constantly like just make sure if you got an audience, you constantly putting out, so that when it is time to drop whatever you want to drop, they still right there watching like, oh, okay, he ain't going nowhere.
Right. Have
So-
you collaborated with anybody that we know of in the industry, whether it be underground or
No,
not yet?
not yet.
Who? Okay, so if you had a bucket list, who would you want on that bucket list?
Definitely.
It could be dead or alive. I'm gonna let you answer too.
Dead or alive.
Who you got? Because I
mean,
see you over there.
Of course, I'm like Asian.
I know who
I
you
mess
gonna
with
pick.
Asian
Asian
dog.
dog. Like, yeah.
Asian
Raw
dog.
wave.
Don't you know her?
Yeah.
Well, why you ain't going? You need to link that up.
I'm trying to let him shine real quick.
I mean, yeah, like
You know her already.
Yeah, we was at a single release party with her recently out in it was in
She
Brooklyn.
know
of
her.
me.
You
She
know
know
her.
of me.
You know.
She know of me. Say it like that.
She know
of
you
me.
now. You was on the dance floor with her for like 30 minutes.
So wait a
Longer than
minute.
that.
Hold on.
Longer than
You
that.
was on the dance floor with somebody on your bucket list for 30 minutes, and you ain't
Longer than
like,
30 minutes, a whole
hey.
night.
So can we collaborate on a song?
He just.
I just feel like you know, it's a lot of people like just you
You don't
know
want that person to
rushing
ask, like-
rushing that one person right now for the song, whatever. And like I just want it to happen like on its own. Like I don't want it to feel like
Yeah,
oh
but
I'm
how she
like
supposed to know you want to
She
do a
want-
song with her?
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
All right, but what is her name?
Asian doll.
Asian doll. You know, he wants that collaboration, so let's manifest that.
Give me that.
Okay, maybe she could see this interview and say, I didn't know he was interested in doing a song with me. This is your moment to tell her that collaboration needs to happen. Who else is on your list?
Raw wave. I'm gonna say raw wave.
Raw Way?
Raw wave.
Raw Wave.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know him?
Yeah, I mean he is a big time celebrity.
He from Florida.
The name sounds familiar.
He from Florida.
Oh, he's from Florida. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got two. So if you had a top five, it would be those two and three more.
Well, if it's gonna be somebody from Jersey,
It don't have to be anybody from Jersey, just anybody.
well, let me do an old time.
Okay. So
50.
50?
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do something with 50.
Okay, so you from Jersey, so like y'all have a lot of hip hop legends from there. You don't
Yeah.
have no. Generation like Tretch, Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah.
I mean, why not?
Redman, yeah.
I gotta plug the magazine.
Yeah, Redman.
Gotta plug the magazine. Let me tell you something. When I met him, I was and Do It All. I seen Do It All last night. Shout out to Do It All.
Shout out to Redman.
But he had like a birthday party. I guess campaign, like to raise money for his campaign, Do It All. So he was there. So I paid $125 for that ticket, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna make the most of that $125. So I met Redman, I met Do It All, I met Uncle Vinny from Naughty by Nature, and I took pictures with all of them that night. So yeah, you gotta manifest everything you want, and you gotta take advantage of every opportunity. Last night I was with Michael Bivins for his documentary, The Hustle of 617 Mike Biv. And Do It All was there, Havoc, Tretch, Teddy Ted from the Awesome 2, Bow-Legged Lou. It was so many people. Dat One Young that does all the interviews with the major, he was there. I got to talk to him, so those are the kind of
people you want to be
around.
around.
Those are the type of people you want to be around.
Definitely.
And it just signified to me that I belong
right
you understand?
there. Yeah.
Because when I was there, I received so much love. Normally, if you know, people feel like, oh, you're not on their level.
Yeah.
They was like, Code 31. Much love. Shout out to T Money from Yo MTV Raps. Ever since I met him, like, he's always been amazing. Tretch.
Right.
Before I even did media, I did my clothing line, and he was promoting my clothing line. Just those are the kind of people that you got to surround yourself with, not the one with the egos and they act like you, I can't talk to you. And
that's true.
Those are the ones you stay away from,
because
they on some capping. What we was talking about, capping?
Capping.
Yeah, people be fronting. Because I was around somebody and I thought they was just, damn, you the man, like I said, and then a situation happened, and I realized that everything is not what it seems.
No,
okay?
for real.
No, I'm serious.
Looking on the outside,
last night indicated to me that everything is not what it seems. I ain't gonna put them on blast, but I'm just saying. I understand now. I understand the game now. But last night was amazing, and I want to give a shout out to Michael Bivins and shout out to Fish Grease, because Fish Grease put my name on that list. Because there was a lady last night, Mav, she was not playing. If your name wasn't on that list, you wasn't getting there. She didn't care who you were. You could have been anybody. If your name wasn't on the list, she said you can't come in.
Damn.
Just like that, but she said my name. He said, "Oh no, I listen." Right there she goes. She said, "Come on in, miss." I was like, that feel good. I'm on the list with, you know what I'm saying? Grandmaster D.
People,
You know what I mean? I was like, I feel good. Ralph McDaniels was there. Brooke Payne, New Edition's choreographer.
Right.
Got to take
Those are the type of people you want to be around.
Charlie Mack. Like, I was like, wow. I'm in the building with some heavy hitters, and they was showing me mad love. The twins from Queens.
Right.
Man, it was just amazing. So, if you had an opportunity to be on any stage, like a Rock the Bells or something like that, who would you want to perform with? If somebody was like, "Yo, we putting you on Rock the Bells next year," who would you want to bring out on stage to perform with? Anybody.
I feel like the person that would bring that energy with me would be some like DMX, but he dead. All right.
That would have been Yo, that's the one interview that I wish I had an opportunity to get that one with DMX. I mean that man.
He a legend.
Rest in peace to him. But I just know, I just would just like to soak up his energy, you know what I'm saying, and get in his brain and see like how he thought.
Yeah, like, he was different.
It happens to the good people though, different. You know, like good people be battling a lot, like, and it's sad. DMX definitely was a good person.
He is a good one. Listen, I've interviewed Styles P, and the only one I didn't get from the Locks is Jada. I want to interview Jada. I got the other two, but Jada, I would love to sit down and just, cause what he did to Dipset was so disrespectful. That was so disrespectful.
What you mean? How he broke him up? And he broke him up.
Yes.
Yes,
will.
Yeah, by himself.
He did though.
I was just sitting there like, ooh.
Body though.
So I would,
the whole night.
And then that changed his whole. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he was getting before that battle, but I'm sure it has tripled since then.
Yeah.
The bag
definitely.
is full right now.
Yeah.
So shout out to
And
Jadakiss.
look, you know what's crazy? Them songs they made way back when they were with DMX and stuff. They today just what was it last year? They took a tour on them same songs.
Right, because you know what? Because the new generation does not
know
who they are.
Yeah, right.
All the legends.
Right,
so all
right.
the stuff that, you know, because TikTok is making them, you know, be relevant again.
Yeah.
With their songs.
Songs they're
Because
using
I
the
see
old school.
All these young heads, TikTokers using the songs to dance to, right? They have no idea. Those songs been out forever, for years.
Right.
The dances have been out since the 70s, 80s. You know what they say, man? I got a new DC. No, it ain't. I got a new DC. No, you don't. Cause all you got to do is go on YouTube and the same dances that you doing have been done in the 70s and 80s. You might have put a little two-step on it or something. Now it's yours. You know?
Right.
But yeah, so that's what I would love to merge the young generation with the legends. Because if you realize before Versus, nobody was really checking for the legends.
Nobody was. And look, after Versus, they took a whole
And I
tour
think
off
they
of that.
stole my idea, and I'm gonna tell you why. Back in 2018, I had met up with Eric Sermon at a show, and I told him, I said, the legends are not being respected, and they're kind of been forgotten and overlooked. And I would love. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't know about doing all this stuff. I said I would love to have a platform where I could give y'all your flowers now. And then soon as Versus hit, that's when they started getting the love. And now with the 50th anniversary, man, I'm telling you, some of these legends is gassed.
Right.
I've never seen them act in such a way. I'm like, yo, nobody was checking for you last year. I said, don't worry about it. Next year, man, watch. They're going to be back to humility again. Ain't nobody checking for y'all
again, right.
Nobody checking in the 51st
Y'all got this
year.
to get a little money now.
Get all that right now.
Get it right now. Get that money.
Just remember, that's how I tell people. You got to be careful how you treat people, yo.
Definitely.
Treat people the way you want to be treated.
People always going to remember that.
So have you run into any obstacles on your 6-year path?
Of course.
Of people just, you know, you ain't nobody. We not putting you on our show. And then you blow up and then they be like, dang.
Of course.
We had him last year.
So tell us about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah, because I want
So-
people to know. Everybody sees like the end result. They don't
Right,
see the
the
grind.
behind the
They don't
scenes.
see. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all an example. Right, T.I. when he was at the Barclays.
Right.
When we got there, there was like no T.I., no Little Kim, no this, no that. I'm like, what the hell we supposed to interview?
Yeah.
But as soon as he got booed, they was like, yo, T.I.'s coming in the room to be interviewed by y'all. And we like, oh, this ain't the one. That's why I'm looking at the wrong one. And I'm like, ain't no way T.I. coming in here, right? So he was supposed to be interviewed by this young man from Human Mill. Shout out to him. He was like, nah, you go first, right? He said, nah, you go first. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, what am I going to say to him? Because he had just got into it with the comedian in Atlanta, if y'all remember, before he came up here. So I said, what are you going to do next? And then I allowed him to talk about being booed and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's those moments that you got to think fast on your feet. Like, oh my God, I'm about to interview T.I. What am I going to say? So,
Right.
So with the person who didn't believe in you last year and now they see in your progression, have they reached back out?
Of course. Multiple people. Producers. Multiple.
And how do you handle that?
I don't respond.
You don't respond at all? Like even if they had an opportunity for you, you'd be like, nah, I'm good. Because at the end of the day, it's a business.
How we
It
fell
depends.
out.
Okay,
Yeah,
it
like,
depends on the fallout.
Yeah.
but if I know you just you didn't want to work with me because you solely seen that I had the talent, but you didn't want to see me win because you had other people around you that you wanted to see them win before me. I don't want your blessing.
I feel you. I feel you on that. People tell me that all the time. Yo, Cole, you take things too personal. And then listen, if somebody blatantly shows me that you disrespectful and you don't see that we on the same level and you think you above me and then you see me take off and then you want to come back and say, oh, let's work. Nah, I don't want to work with you.
Nah,
I feel the same way.
It's only right.
I feel the same way because I'm kind of
going
through that right now.
Yeah. I mean, this is the reality. I want people to see the whole industry because, like I said, they see this, right? But they don't see the 5 hours that me and my cameraman waited to get the interview with T.I. They don't see the $25 that I had to spend for chicken tenders and French fries and the soda to divide between both of us. You understand me?
Well, I gotta say this. Don't fumble the bag and lose your clout being, cocky because everybody had a moment and everybody has a down moment too. So in your moment while you shining, don't belittle the little people because it's gonna be the little people that's gonna bring you back up when you down. And I learned that because when I was working with Asian Dog, I was up. I was everywhere. I was traveling and all that. But I never did wrong to anybody that was underneath me. I supported their business. I tried to get Asian Doll on their platforms. But
wait. Did you have a gassed up moment though?
I did have a moment where I was feeling myself, but I had to catch myself. Like you can't do people wrong.
Yes.
And I can tell you now, I wouldn't even be in the game right now had it not been for certain people when I came back down. When I lost as a client, my whole business took a shift. Benzino sold the company for Hip Hop Weekly. Everything crumbled. But these same people that I helped is helping me back up.
Okay. What about the ones you helped that forgot that you helped?
Oh, they're on the wayside. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Oh yeah, because that needs to be known. There is so many people out here, right, that have nothing, and then you help them, and they take off, and then they listen to that person that say, "Oh, you don't need to work with so and so. She did it." Y'all gotta be careful of the messenger. Right. Understand that because y'all probably doing amazing things, and then here comes somebody saying,
in the middle, mixing stuff up.
Son, he gonna do you dirty. But you gotta have a mind of your own and say, listen, until he does me dirty, me and him gonna keep building. I appreciate you trying to look out, but we good over here. A lot of people don't do that. They gonna listen to what they say.
It's like a
and
little
mess
plant,
up their
a little
opportunity.
Seed.
Yes,
little seed. They plant that seed.
I got people that was supposed to be featured in my magazine tell me, "Oh, well, I heard it's not coming out." Guess what, y'all? April Fools! It's out!
It's out. Go get it.
Baby,
in all stores, go get it.
And you know what they did? What they did was inspire me to say, you know what? Instead of just doing a regular story,
I'm going to do it even bigger. I'm going to do it bigger. Right. I'm going to do it bigger.
On magazine and all that.
Yeah.
Look, you see, they got posters. Yeah. Doing that?
Oh, yeah.
You see that?
That's that.
You see that, man?
Make it stick out.
They made me step up. I stepped it up. They got their own posters in TikTok edition of Code 31 Media Magazine, baby. That's what we do over here. And now we going crazy. We doing a cosplay magazine. So I didn't understand what it was, but they putting me on to it on TikTok. So we coming out with the cosplay, which is, I guess they put on costumes and stuff, and they, what they can't do as regular people, they do it in costume. Yeah. So we're gonna have that magazine coming out around Halloween. It's gonna be crazy. See, we stepping it up over here, Code 31 Media.
Yeah, as you should.
So let's move on to him real quick. Barry White Jr.
I'm calling out
Mr. Miyagi, as you will. Let the
Can't
world
get
know
enough
about
of your
you.
love, babe.
Some girl somewhere watching this video is like, oh my God, he's so She is pulling her. No, let me stop. Anyway, let me know because you are his manager, correct?
Yeah.
What made you want to become a manager?
It started off, I could say, probably like a couple. Well, my little cousin Dottie, Miyagi boy Dot, he kind of always told me I was his manager, but I never took it serious. Like I just, I never really put the effort to learn. But it was weird because like I had an unfortunate situation where I was in, I had to sit down, get myself together, get my thoughts together, and figure out what I want to do. And it hit me, and like, I don't know, I came home and I just started focusing on that, and it was just like, everything came to me like firsthand, and it was like, I did this already and I knew what to do, and it was just like, this was my calling kind of ordeal. And I was
so
like,
when did it click? Like when you got with him or from your cousin? Like, when did it click? Like, okay, I can do this.
Well, I kind of got on this app called Clubhouse.
Okay.
And Clubhouse kind of put a lot of things together for me. I ain't gonna lie. It kind of got me in the right network, I guess. I was like in the right network, and and certain people in the industry too, as well. Like, helped me with so much as giving me like guidance of words and stuff, certain stuff, connections, little connections too, like plugging me into certain people. But yeah, when I got with Chop, it was like it just, it took off a little bit, and then it just started building from there and there. And, he just had his first paid show like a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
So
How
it's
was
like,
that feeling, young man?
It was fun.
It was fun?
It was great.
It was great.
I was super.
Somebody get that man a check.
Man.
We need more. We need more paid gigs. You know?
Get it.
Look like, give it here. Yeah, so.
But it's just from there, like, it's been going up, because like Chop ain't only like artist, he like a different type of artist. He want to know about his business, and
that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Yes. He want to know all the stuff that artists don't be wanting to know. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And he kind of understands that, so like that's also
good.
a good
that's
thing.
A good
like
thing.
when you
because you got
understand
other artists that they not thinking about.
Because they just looking at the glam and the good.
That little blue, that print.
They looking at
that
the
little
glam.
print at the end that says
I need that fine print.
we own everything.
What that say?
Right, right. So you on that?
I'm on
so that's good. That's good.
Yes.
But yeah.
You seen it? I've seen it.
Yes.
You have to be knowledgeable about this industry because I'm gonna tell you, when I was trying to do my podcast a long time ago on Eminem, a young lady, she was my friend, and she's like, "Okay, you could do your show under my brand." I'm like, "Cool." So she's telling me to sign these papers.
Right.
I'm like, "This my friend." So I start signing
it over.
Nah, my Aunt Jean, rest in peace. She was like, "Nah, bring that paperwork to me." And she said, "Do you understand what you're signing? Everything from my ideas to my show to everything, the footage, she owned all that if I signed those papers."
Oh.
And I'm like, She's like, "No, but this is a business." And I said, "I feel you on that." And I ain't never rock with her after that. I feel
that's
you.
personal.
That's why I said,
trying to take everything.
Sometimes you just have to be like, "I'll be right back."
Yeah.
Never come back.
Like my aunt, she was on it. She was like, "Nope, bring me everything before you sign anything. Bring it to me." Because it's crazy. Because my aunt, the electronic thing that they do the tickets with for the car.
Yeah.
She made that. Right. All the stuff that IBM came out with, my aunt and uncle developed that stuff, and somebody broke into their apartment and stole all of it. So they would have been billionaires, So she was on it with me. She was like, "Nope, nope, nope. Don't sign anything until I read it."
Right.
So rest in peace to my Aunt Jean. But you got to be careful about who you deal with because they'll gas you up like, "Yeah, we're going to make you a star."
Oh, I know.
Where we
Yes.
I know.
I know it's crazy.
Yes. Sell you the Brooklyn
We got
Bridge.
a contract. He got a contract offer for someone in the industry. I ain't gonna really say the person's name, but it was for 40K. Was it 40K?
I think it was 30.
It was 30K and like a 10K signing bonus or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was for basically ownership of his name, artist control, all types of stuff.
No, they wanted they wanted the creative control over.
Yeah, the artist control
For
too.
40K?
They wanted to own my music and then I
own
could buy it
all
back
his music.
after.
Oh yeah, his show money. They were
made
dipping
most
in
of
the
money
show
off
money,
Yeah,
basically.
you wouldn't have got that back until 25 years later.
Yeah.
got it back. I wouldn't have got it back. I wouldn't have got it back.
Wait 25 years.
I
That's
wouldn't
why
have got
all the legends
It was a
right
setup.
now
It was a
get
small
their
investment. I
royalties
wouldn't have got it
now.
back.
That's why all the legends can get their royalties back
from
now.
yeah, right.
Yeah, but they selling it, so
It
what's
was
the
a
point
small
of paying for
investment.
it?
I wouldn't have got it back.
Well, they're not being smart because some of them never had no money, so you can't really judge nobody
Judge them,
on what you know what I'm
right.
saying.
They never-
If they never had no money and they can get money, like you see Irv Gotti
Gotti
sold the whole Murder Inc. catalog. He's good, but what about the artists?
Murder Inc. ain't good.
Right, but what about the artists? You just
Right.
sold all their
Yeah.
catalogs and they not
ain't got
good.
nothing.
They got nothing. But what they can do is they can now recreate the same songs.
Oh, they can?
Yes.
Let's give it out as samples.
No, they can recreate the songs and keep the royalties and stuff now. So that's why he's upset with the artist, with Ashanti, because she's redoing her whole album.
Oh.
And he has nothing to do with
Pissed
that.
off.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be all her money now.
Oh.
So yeah.
But that's
He's
only
also
right
mad- he's
after
also mad 'cause
after
Nelly.
the
Let's
20
keep it real.
years.
Yeah.
It's only right. Give it back. Give her
Nah,
back.
but they know. But you have people that are jealous and greedy. You know, like for example, even though I never had no beef with Fat Joe, they said he had Big Pun's catalog for over 20-something years.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna say, "Oh, now I gave it to her." You didn't give it to her. She earned it now.
She sued for it.
She sued for it. But what I'm saying is, you let that man's
Families.
go into a shelter. You living in mansions all over in New York, Miami. Like I said, I have no personal beef with Fat Joe, but if that's my best friend and he died, I'm gonna make sure his family is good.
Yeah,
There's no way they're going in a shelter. There's no way they have to fight over anything that's my husband's.
Right.
You know, and that's where business gets finished.
Real rock.
Personal.
And it's crazy because Cuban been talking about this for years,
Right.
and nobody heard Cuban until now. When he was talking, just like Big Gene deal, he was talking about the puffy stuff 20 years ago. Nobody heard him. Now they hear him. You know what I'm saying? So, just you got to have like an open mind and just realize like, just because somebody's big in the industry, it doesn't mean that everything they're saying is truthful.
Right.
Like we had Mel Love on here, and he was telling us that he's the one that discovered Biggie, right, and gave him the name Biggie Small, Notorious B.I.G.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was here, and he was educating us on
And it be
working
like
at
that.
Def Jam and oh my God, what was the other Def Jam? Oh my God, what was the other two ones that was out back then? He was working with Russell Simmons,
It was ROC.
Andre Harrell
Oh, Andre
from
Harrell was
that I forgot but he was working
Uptown
with
Records.
Uptown Records,
Uptown,
and
yeah.
then I forgot the other one. But at 13 years old, he was working under all of those people.
right.
From a young age. So when he was just telling us the history of being around all of those moguls back in the day, it was just like, wow.
Look, today, for him looking back, he was around some legendary people in the industry,
Yeah, he
man.
was telling us about I forgot his name, Kirk. Dang, I forgot, but he was Puffy's business partner, but Puffy had made him sign over his 25%, so he don't own none of
None,
that.
right.
But he was saying he was going to bring him on my show to tell his story. So I would love to hear his
That would be
story.
That's
I would love
dope.
to hear like stuff like that. Like I'm gonna have E-Love coming on, I think in 2 weeks. He used to the guy that was holding the radio for LRP. Yeah, he's coming on my show. So I'm gonna have some of the legends come and bless the
You gotta get
platform.
Choke No Joke. You know who that is?
Huh?
Choke No Joke.
Yeah, I know Choke No Joke. Yeah, they trying to blackball him
I
too
know,
because
real
he know
bad.
he
I
He
know.
was around all that stuff.
I be
with
seeing.
Jay-Z,
I be watching.
Yeah, they're trying to blackball him
I'm
too.
always
but
watching.
It's always good that you could be independent now and not worry about all that. Before you
couldn't.
had to be quiet and you had to. Oh my God! If I say something, I'm not gonna be able to eat. Nah, they got all this social media now where you could just get it on your own now.
Right.
But Janelle,
Yes.
talk to you now. Let them know about yourself and your background and how we came to have this collaboration today.
Well, my name is Janelle. I'm the CEO of the Glen Report. I've been blogging for years, and I've been doing PR work on and off with different artists and stuff. So, I'm just out here working, trying to help people at the same time build my brand as well. So, Osochopp always been a supporter of mine. We met through Asian Doll, not Asian Doll introducing us, but us
The
being on her
affiliation,
page.
yes.
Yes. He being a fan of her, me being a fan of her, me being on her team at one time, working with Jay Allen and Prophet and everybody. He's discovered me on Instagram and followed me, and it's been love ever since. So
sure.
now
For sure.
I'm working with him because I've been a little stagnated for a long time working under other people's brands and stuff, and now I want to do my own thing because I feel like I'm not elevating in a way that I should, and I'm not getting the love that I should be receiving. We ain't gonna say.
So how do we work on that?
Well, right now I'm messing with people that mess with me that reciprocate the same energy that I'm giving them.
Yes.
That part.
Yes. If I'm inviting you places, you invite me places. If
Yes.
I'm showing you love on social media, you show me love. If
Yes.
I'm promoting your business and telling everybody to go check you out, you got to be telling
That
people
part.
to check me out too. Like, it can't just be me
Sure.
promoting
Right,
you
I
all day.
don't. Where
or me
does that
showing-
come from? The selfishness or the entitlement that you think I'm just supposed to promote you and you're not supposed to give it back? Where does that come from?
I don't know, but it's a lot of that going on with a lot of different circles I worked with in the industry, and I'm just tired of it. So for years, people have been asking me to work with them, and I'm like, this is back when I was with Hip Hop Weekly. Like people, I could name people like CP the Ruler asked me to work with him. I was working with Manuel at the time. I kind of cursed CP the Ruler because I was so focused on Manuel, and I learned throughout the years I messed up a good relationship with CP the Ruler because I could have took him under the wing and really did what I had to do with him, but I messed it up by looking at the person who was connected to the celebrities, who was part of the entourage, who was on the radio and stuff. So I had to learn, like, losing that friendship made me learn, like, you gotta mess with people who rocking with you. CP the Ruler used to have me in VIP with him, in the studio with him, video shoots. Everywhere he was, I was with him. And I don't got that with an artist no more. You know what I mean?
Can
So
you fix that relationship or is no fixing
I'm
it?
actually in the process of trying to fix it out. I just did a blog on him recently.
Okay.
And I'm showing him love and stuff on social media.
And that's
stuff.
what I try to tell my cameraman. Shout out to my cameraman, but he's like, he only want to deal with A-listers. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, look, because he's been burnt. I guess he said in the 20-year span that he tried to work with up-and-comings, he said none of those people made it.
Well, I
but
was
it's
burnt too, so
but
that's
it's
why.
dumb, though. I will interview the whole room. I don't care if you're the janitor, the water boy. I will interview you because those people in the back, those are the ones that have the story.
Well, I did do blogs on him in the past. I did do work with him around that time, but I didn't take him as my artist. He wanted me to be his publicist. And I did blogs on him. I went to his shows a couple of times. I went to the studio with him, all kinds of stuff. Got him a feature with Menzo and all that. But I didn't want to pick him up as an artist because I was so focused on Manuel. But now I want to pick up the people who want to work with me.
And where's that artist at right now?
Who?
The one
Manuel?
that you was-
Oh, he's producing films and stuff where, they blew it with True to the Game, and now they still doing movies that they got. They got
So
a
they
team.
left you hanging out. You did all that stuff for them.
I mean, we did have a fallout because I stood up for myself one day and I kind of used profanity and handled it
that's
unprofessionally.
okay.
So
Okay,
I
listen.
kind of burnt the bridge myself, but it was a bridge that I felt like was already burnt because
Okay.
they wasn't really rocking with me like that.
But see, now you have reinvented yourself, and now you're going to take off, and those same people that try to bring you down are going to try to come back. You watch what I say. So my best advice to you is just keep on building your brand. Stay focused. Be silent. Don't tell nobody. Like I always tell you, because you used to always be like, "Yo, I'm gonna be doing this with someone." Don't tell
Oh, I
them
move in silence now.
nothing.
I move
And
in
we be
silence.
saying the same thing.
It is done.
We be saying
I
the
didn't
same
say, you know
thing.
what? I said, I showed the Michael Bivins thing, right? But I even took off where the address was because I ain't want nobody popping up.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Yep.
I got Osochopp as my main focus right now, and I also got another artist called Lyrical Links, so I'm working with him too. Actually, I'm gonna try to see if they could collab with each other on a
Okay.
record or something.
Okay.
See if they could do something together.
No, but definitely
Sorry.
move in silence. Don't broadcast what you gonna do
Open
until
to
it's
it.
done.
Done fact.
Because can I? I just want to talk about this real quick. I had somebody on this show with me that was like a co-host for. I was gonna do like a throwback show with from my Elegant Hunters days, and they told me, "Why you not telling people where you gonna be at? You should be promoting it." And I'm like, "No, because there are people that try to sabotage your blessings."
Definitely.
And they told me I'm doing it the wrong way. I'm doing it the wrong way.
How they gonna tell you?
You want to be with me.
about
You want to
your
be on my
business?
team, right? That
About
means
your
I'm
business,
building. That
yeah.
means I'm doing something
I'm
good.
doing something right if
But
you
you
wanna be
telling
on
me
here.
I'm doing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And that's all we're gonna say, cause I've grown now.
That part.
Math told me don't
part.
focus on the negative. So we're gonna focus on the
Yeah.
positive. Cause last night
This is
was a very great blessing for me. Like I said, all those heavy hitters that was in the building last night
Talk about it.
Home run.
showed me that I belonged in that room
Nah,
with
facts.
all of those heavy hitters.
Nah, facts.
And don't be surprised when you see Code 31 Media connected with some of those big time legends. And y'all gonna say, damn, we was on her show the day after. She said she was gonna do. You just watch. Like I said, tomorrow Michael Bivins' documentary is out, The Hustle of 617 Mike Biv. It's all gonna be on all black and everything like that. So y'all need to watch his documentary because that man was ahead of his time when he did Boys to Men and
Right.
ABC. Did you know that Another Bad Creation, he put a trust fund for them that when they turn 18, they could
They
touch
can
that
touch
money.
your money. That's-
Shout out to him. They don't be doing
They
that.
don't do that at
They
all.
don't do that. But they're not going to tell you about that part. They just show you that, allegedly he did Boys to Men dirty. But didn't Boys to Men just have they star on the Hall of Fame?
Mm-hmm.
So he did something right with them, right?
Right.
But for him to have Another Bad Creation, have money in their trust fund, that when they turn 18, they can
That's
take
what's
care of
up.
their families.
Families,
That's
that's
what's up.
real. That's
And after
real.
he
That's
got
what it's
jerked,
about.
after they made $1.87 off that
off of
first
that,
tour,
yeah.
can you
$1.87.
imagine going on tour for 3 months
And making
you come back to the
$1.87?
hood? No, they $1.87 for all 5, not even each.
Oh yeah, they had to split. I forgot.
I'd
That
have
is
been
crazy.
Everybody.
upset. You hear me?
That is crazy.
$1.87.
They
They
played
dropped
them.
them
Everybody
back in
done.
the hood.
They played them.
Done,
Yeah,
done.
bad.
And their parents
Bad.
thought they was doing
Everybody
something
done.
by
Check.
switching managers, and the second manager did them just
Took them
dirty as
worse.
the first
Yeah,
two.
he took them
That's
worse.
crazy.
So that's why, you know what I'm saying, I guess he did things the way he did because, I mean, shout out to Michael Bivins. Like I said, they was talking about his documentary, right? And he was in the hood. I saw him by Baisley Park one day just chilling. I'm like, what are you doing in the hood? Like, you're Michael Bivins from New... He liked being in the hood. It was like he go to everybody hood and just chill with no security, no bodyguard, no nothing. He say he feels comfortable. What can you do? So shout out to Mike Biv, shout out to Fish Grease. So what do we have coming up next?
So what we got coming up next is I got a show actually Friday
Okay.
in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. I got a couple different features coming out with an artist from I think he's from Queens or the Bronx. His name is Casper. He's a cool person. I met him through Instagram and through mutual people out in.
Well, you got to invite me to the video shoot and the album release and stuff like that. you
Actually,
know?
my last video shoot I did was in Times Square for Recipe.
Okay.
That song's steady going up as we speak.
Okay, you got the
Asbury
video
Park-
out on YouTube and all that?
Yeah, the video's
Okay.
out on YouTube. Recipe. Search me up. Recipe. Osochopp. It was just we just got put in the Asbury Park Press, the local news.
Okay.
Put me in the newspaper.
Okay.
For it. So
Yahoo.
right now I'm just pushing that. Like
Okay.
I
It's
just
called
want to push
Recipe?
the recipe.
Okay.
Begging me up on your knees. I got the recipe.
What's
Write
your
my
name
story
on
and they
IG?
give me some time to breathe. Osochopp, Osochopp
Hello?
again. Osochopp, CHO.
Yeah, you early. I'm gonna call you right back.
Osochopp.
Okay. Bye bye.
Yeah, so.
Nice. Yeah, my drive always want to come early. But anyway, sorry about that, y'all. One more time, where can they reach you on social media?
They can reach me at Osochopp, Osochopp. Again, Osochopp, Osochopp.
And you said the recipe is
Recipe. The recipe is out on YouTube right now. Go watch it.
Make your TikTok
Zoom it,
videos.
blitz it, all that.
Do you have a TikTok video yet?
TikTok, yeah. I'm up
Cooking
on
food,
catch me
whatever.
up on TikTok,
Dancing, whatever.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Make
I'm up there.
TikToks to it. If you
Yes,
cook,
make Tik-
put it as
Oh
the
yeah,
recipe.
if you're making some recipes,
Hold
some
on,
good
hold on. Let me
foods
put
on
you back
TikTok,
on TikTok.
make
Hold on,
do
let me put you
your
back
son,
on.
do your chef it up to the recipe.
Okay, we're
song.
still live. So tell them to make TikToks to your songs on TikTok.
Follow me on TikTok and do TikTok to my song Recipe. Do if you got
What's your page
cooking.
again?
Osochopp, Osochopp. Again, Osochopp. If you cooking and you got any recipes to your formulas of how you make it work, do it to my
It's
song
called
Recipe.
Recipe.
Out now. Check out the video on YouTube too.
Okay. And you? Where can they reach you?
You can reach me on Miyagi, Miyagi, Mgmt.
And you?
I'm so universal. I am so universal.
For sure.
So listen, y'all.
Jersey.
Jersey's in the
Ah,
building.
Jersey.
Shout out
building.
one more time. Let's Climb Together
NYC.
clothing line. That's my clothing
Clean.
sponsor. If y'all want to sponsor Code 31, hit me in the inbox with your clothing line. I'll wear it here on the podcast or on my other interviews with the celebrities. You know what I'm saying? It's Coach D and it's Code 31. I appreciate y'all for coming on my show tonight. Y'all tune in next week. I got a returning guest coming next week, and I got a surprise coming next week. It's
Big
Coach
Chop
D.
Jersey in the building. We out.
You already know this chop.
I'm so universal. The Glen Report.
And it's Code 31. Coach D is oh, we forgot one more in the back.
Yup. Lil Cuz, Jabari.
You already know Jabari's in the building.
For
And you
sure.
already know Southside Jamaica Queens is always in the building.
In the
Queen.
building.
Queens,
Jersey the Queens.
Queens get the money always, all day,
Yeah.
every day. Shout out to
Jersey
my
too.
S.STREET Media. And it's Code 31 signing off. Let's get it.